Rarely seen in the flesh but often talked of in the press, the expenses-claiming MP lives its life between numerous properties, often paid for by the taxpayer. Here at Don't Panic, we have brought you rare footage in the past of the homes and gardens of these MPs, but never before have we managed to capture any footage of this elusive creature in the flesh. Now we take you deep into the heart of the natural habitat of the expenses claimant, the Houses of Parliament, a place rarely seen by the ordinary plebs who pay for it. Although known to enjoy the media spotlight when it suits them, the expenses-claiming MP can be an extremely shy creature, especially since the recent attacks by its primary predator, the Daily Telegraph, so it was necessary to use a secret camera. After trawling the corridors of power for almost 5 minutes, we eventually found what we were looking for. Lurking deep within the fusty chambers of the shadow cabinet, we came across the Tory MP known as the Alan Duncan.
I need my carpet replaced, I think you can come and rip it up.
A libertarian creature by nature, the Alan Duncan is best known for his love of gardening and lucrative second incomes. We followed Alan Duncan down to the MP watering hole known as the Stranger's Bar, where we came across some of the other species of Tory MPs, such as the Nigel Evans, an MP who, when not at the watering hole, aimlessly grazes the fertile Conservative plains of the Ribble Valley in Lancashire. Notice the slightly aggressive behaviour this MP displays towards the dominant male before backing off and acknowledging his superior status.
Do I drag you to the chair and then switch it on? What do you like?
The Nigel Evans is known more for claiming expenses on digital cameras and phone bills, but didn't seem averse to a spot of free gardening from Don't Panic.
I thought I owed him a pint, maybe.
No, I'll do it. I actually charge you for that because we're all interested in gardening costs, aren't we?
Well, it's free. It's free. You should take advantage of it for free.
They're well chosen flowers.
Yeah. Some very nice bedding flowers.
The Nigel Evans is a hearty, jocular species of MP. In order to elicit trust, we engaged in some light-hearted banter on the issue of second incomes.
Have some sandwiches.
I love them.
They're leftovers.
Great.
Amazing.
These are
leftovers. I make these myself.
Huh?
Really? That was my second job. Do have a second income here. You survive on 64. Wine, I think.
Conflict of interest, maybe.
Not at all. That's my brother's firm. I work for him.
Although displaying outward signs of concern during the expenses scandal, saying on his website that he was hardly complacent about the dreadful system, the Nigel Evans displays a rather cavalier attitude during our encounter. We suspect he might have spent rather too long at the watering hole.
Still trading down, Nigel. Have you noticed? The Labour Party, you know, this is what it's come to now. No, actually I'm paying, that's what it's come to.
We soon realised that we'd entered a very strange alien world. A world in which having a thoroughly fantastic garden is considered a basic human right.
I spend my money on my garden and claim a tiny fraction based on what is proper. And I could claim a whole bloody lot, and I don't. And then
How much money do you spend on your garden, Alan? It's a very well kept garden, I'll give you that.
Well, it's a personal
Absolutely,
thing.
sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
But that's, you know, it is a very well kept garden. I didn't see the back, but the front was...
2,000 a year. And this was 1,000 a year on expenses, you know. It's just, I mean, I'm afraid the world has gone mad.
It was clear that the Alan Duncan was uncomfortable with the changes taking place within his environment.
No one has done anything in the outside world that was capable of doing what is ever going to come into this place ever again.
No one's saying?
No one who's done anything in the outside world or is capable of doing such a thing will ever come into this place ever again the way we're going.
Why not?
Basically, it's being nationalised, you have to live on rations and they're treated like shit.
Alan Duncan seemed at home on the issue of legalising drugs.
Do you want to legalise drugs? All drugs?
You can read my book. I fully support my party's policy, and I'm very happy to have put the intellectual case.
I thought that was redacted
It's
from
a
your
brilliant...
book.
You're a great wag, aren't you? Dangerous man. I think I'll leave you with these two.
But was extremely uncomfortable on the issue of second incomes and quickly took flight.
Outside interests. Alan.
haven't got any.
Good. It's good that you've lost them.
I have 0.
Do you agree that there were conflict of interest with those?
No!
Why not?
This is a
Surely.
massive well of ignorance inside your intelligent head. Interest is something completely misunderstood in Parliament. And you do not understand the difference between having an interest and having a conflict of interest.
Although highly intelligent, the Alan Duncan seems unable to see the inherent hypocrisy in claiming that outside interests are not conflict of interests when he once had his private office funded by an oil company while he was shadow business secretary with responsibility for conservative energy policy.
I would agree with your point about the increase in salaries if there were no outside interests whatsoever. So MPs were paid well enough not to need any outside interests. And then when you go to vote, Alan, your oil industry is a million miles from your mind. So there's no.
I've never voted at all on anything that's ever been influenced by my having been in the oil business.
How is that possible? Every time I go into a situation, I'm influenced by my past and by the friends that I have in the previous.
No, it just doesn't work that way.
It's nice to meet you, Alan. Nice to put a face to the garden.
And so ended our time in the Palace of Westminster. It is a landscape that has seen many changes in recent months, but it is essential that we maintain a watchful eye on its inhabitants in order to prevent the return of their self-serving behavioural patterns.